Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome back to the Ripple Effect server, where today's episode is gonna be a big one. For the last couple of weeks I have been doing lots of planning, resource gathering, and generally just trying to figure out how on earth what we're gonna do is gonna go down. And it is all gonna be going down on the other side of this portal. We are going to be reworking the End Island, giving it a whole new look, and as you may be able to tell from the complete lack of obsidian pillars, I've already been doing some work over here. Yeah, I have somewhere between 7 and 8 shulker boxes full of obsidian now, so I guess that's good for some reason. I'm sure I'll use it at some point. We're actually going to be redistributing it somewhere on this island later on in the episode, which I am super excited for. But you're probably curious as to how many blocks I mined, so let me show you. I don't really know if it's impressive or not. I don't know what counts as a lot of obsidian, but 14,000, give or take. I don't really know how much I mined before this. So 14,000, and I think I worked out that to be around just over 6 hours worth of mining obsidian straight. So yeah, that was fun. No, it wasn't actually too bad. Yeah, let me know if you have any ideas of what we can use a buttload of obsidian for, because honestly, I have none. But yeah, I mean, I have this entire episode sort of planned out how it's going to go. I know everything I'm doing. I really have been doing a lot of planning, so I guess let's just get straight into it. Vanilla tweaks could not have been updated at a more convenient time. Being able to wear this pumpkin on my head with no overlay is so helpful. I can just stare right at these guys. And they do. Okay, he's gone to the overworld. They do not. Where's that one gone? Oh, down a hole. Yeah, they don't care at all. So it's really helped me out. It's kind of nice. A little bit cheaty, but I don't really care. So as you can tell, I've been doing a little bit of work around here. We have added in all of the pathways going off to the end gates. We're using the same block palette as Jimbo's Ender farm and Albany's Spire tower thing there going to our gaming district, which is absolutely beautiful. I really love the like scorpion tails on top. I guess that's what they're called. I don't know. So we use the same block palette: quartz, black concrete, cyan terracotta, and lime glass. So I'm gonna take a fly and sort of show you what this looks like from above, because it's a little bit crazy looking. Yeah. This is actually around about a shulker box full of quartz blocks, not quartz ore, not quartz in its raw form, quartz blocks. Yeah, this project has turned out to be a lot more grindy than I first anticipated, but I am all for that. I'm enjoying myself basically. The only thing I don't really like is when it hangs over the edge. I've had to sort of add in these support beams, which I don't really know if I like, but it's either that or they sort of just float. So I figured that was better, and I mean, you can't really see it unless you're flying around like I am now, so it's not really the end of the world. I think they look passable. That's the type of quality we're aiming for here, passable. Yeah, so that's all the pathways done. Now what we need to do is make it so we're able to actually get up to all of these end gates, because as you can tell at the moment, the path sort of just stops. So that's going to, once again, take me a little while. Can I land on this bedrock? Of course not. Another 11 stacks of quartz blocks later, and we have finally finished the next step, which is actually making the island look kind of impressive. I do like how these things have turned out. So my plan with them was to make them look nice, but not drag away any attention from Albany's thing back there, which I actually think I've done quite nicely. So let me show you what one of them's looking like. Try and land here and not go through the portal. That would be bad. So we've just got a simple bubble column there with a quartz pillar, sort of adding some structural support. I think it's very simple, but it looks quite nice in my opinion. Yeah, I do like it. So they're all identical, all 19 of them. Took me a little while because I misaligned some of them, so I had to move the pathways around a bit, and it wasn't too bad though. On the northwest, east and south, apart from east, this one is already taken obviously. There were blocks blocking the portal. I don't really know why, but I've just replaced it with black concrete. We must be saving them for something, but I've still added a column up anyway in case we ever use them. Yeah, if anyone knows what we're blocking these off for, please let me know, because I honestly have no idea. I don't know whether I should know or not, but I do not, regardless. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these bedrock things up here, aren't I? Because I definitely can't destroy them. I either leave them or cover them up with something. I'm unsure of that at the moment, but it is now time to do the next step, which is going to involve covering up all of this end stone here. Yeah, it's this next progress update is going to be a little bigger than the previous two. I'm probably going to be doing this for a couple of days at least, so a couple of days await me, but for you, only a couple of seconds. A couple of days. Oh, how young and naive I was back then. Yeah, no, try a couple of weeks instead. I have been doing the work, that's safe to say. I also haven't had quite as much time as I would have liked to have had, which is probably the main reason as to why it's taken me so long to complete the next step, but it's safe to say that I have, because the island is looking significantly different, so I don't honestly even know where to begin. I guess let's just start with the mass amount of purple that you can see. So I've coated the entire surface level of the end, covered all the end stone up with purple concrete powder, and purple wool. I'm honestly not sure how many blocks of each of those are on the island here, but it's a lot. I'm going to get to why that there is a dirt ring going all the way around the island at the end of this clip, but yeah, I actually really like the contrast of colors between the purple and the pathway colors we've got here. They just clash and it looks really quite nice because they're so different. I don't know, it's very bright and vibrant looking, so I was a bit skeptical of how it was going to look, but I think it's looking kind of cool in my opinion. I guess next let's talk about the trees. The trees. Oh, the trees. Brings back bad memories. There's about 40, I think. I haven't counted, I'm not certain. Feel free to count now if you would like. Don't know how you're going to manage that. But there's at least like 30 or 40 trees here. Each of them take about 10 minutes. I don't know the math on that. I'm not going to bother. Maybe I will in post if I can find a calculator. But yeah, it took me a long time and it wasn't fun to do. I don't enjoy doing custom trees. It's just very tedious and yeah. So these have taken a while, but they're not really based on any particular tree, to be honest. It's just something I've kind of made up. It's pink wool, and you can see I've got some pink concrete powder sort of sprinkled in. It adds a little bit of texture variation when you're actually looking for it. But otherwise, it's pretty much going to go unnoticed. And then we got some end rods, about 4 on each one, I think, just for lighting. And then the trunk is bone blocks. So yeah, once again, nice and colourful. I do really like the trees. They just took too long. Yeah, it wasn't the best of things that I've done for enjoyment. But nonetheless, I think it looks very cool. Third of all, you may notice there's some purple blocks going on. This took significantly less time. It's about the same amount of trees compared to like whatever you would call these things, or rock structures, I guess. But it just adds a little extra something on the island just for a bit of diversity, really. Don't exactly know what they're meant to be, but you can use your imagination for that. And then what else have I done? Oh yeah, somewhere over here, if I can find them. Over here, yes. We've got some of these purple pools here used with the layering glass technique. So basically, if you don't know, if you dig down, I think I've dug down like 10 blocks here, and then I've put a layer of glass, and then leave a layer, so layer of air, and then a layer of glass. Basically, you stack the glass up and leave an air block in between, and then it creates this fog effect, which looks amazing, and I like it, but it is extremely resource intensive. This project has basically burnt all of my lapis entirely. And I had a lot of lapis, so we've got, I want to say like 4 or 5 of those little pools. I'd say little, they're actually not very little at all, around the island, and yeah, I think they look pretty cool. I did try to add some fissures, like little cracks next to them, as though the ground was splitting, but I just really couldn't make them look cool, so I thought it'd be best to leave it. And yeah, anyway, so talking of things not looking cool and then leaving them, let's talk about why this dirt ring is going all the way around the island. Is there a good place I can land? Not really. So what I wanted to do was to sort of drape the purple concrete over the side of the end stone, to make it look like, it had been sort of just draped on top. It had been just placed on top and then it's falling off. As you can tell, it looks hideous and it's horrible, and it's just going to look better if I leave it as it is, which I'm not really happy about. But in my opinion, I think this, with the just hard edge, looks better than this abomination. Like, imagine that all the way around, it's just not going to look that great. At least I don't think it is. I don't know, maybe let me know your opinion or any other ideas you have, but it's just going to take way too long to make look good, and this project has already taken long enough. I've pretty much ran out of backlog videos, so I'm trying to get it done now before it's going to be like a month before I upload or something stupid like that. Hopefully it doesn't go that long, but yeah, anyway, so that's what I've done with the next progress update. It's taken me a long time. Haven't used my voice in several months. No, only a couple of weeks it's taken me. It's really not been too bad. I've sort of just been playing a couple of hours every morning for work when I had the chance, so it's not really been grindy. It's more sort of just been doing it every now and again. But yeah, I like how it looks and I'm happy with it, and now I need to go ahead and do the next part of the island here, which is actually over. If I just rock it there. Oh, okay, too much. Stop, please. This thing here, the entrance to it. This is not good enough. We're going to have to replace this with something, hopefully, a lot cooler. You know what? Maybe for this clip, I will remove the pumpkin head. It's been a while since I've taken this off. Oh, it's a big breath of fresh air right there. It's been a while since you've seen my face. So, hello, how's it been? Have I got any pumpkin on me? Probably. So yeah, I've done the entrance to the end now. It's nothing spectacular and fantastical, but it's satisfactory. That's the level of greatness we're aiming for here. Just passable. But no, I think it looks kind of cool looking. It's basically the pathway design up on the surface level, but on the floor, the walls, and the ceiling, all kind of mirrored to create a cool looking room, I would say. And then down here, we got the ender. These chutes were already here. I've basically just added this around it. Maybe I should label this ender pearl to say ender, just in case somebody might not know. I'm sure it's fairly obvious what's going on, but maybe I'll do that just in case. And then this way goes up to the top. And there's nothing special going on up here either. This is all I've done. I didn't really want to take too much away from this because I'm going to look at an enderman. I just know it. That's got to go back on. I am not armored up to fight one of them. I didn't want to block this at all, so I've just done something simple like this, which I think works very well. So now the ender's got a cool looking entrance and all the surface level is done, and really there is just one more thing to do, which is going to be placed right in this circle here. And so the Ender Dragon was reborn, except this time looking significantly better. So we've got this dragon now here in the middle, which looks absolutely incredible, and I should say, no, this is not my design. I'm really sorry. That might be a little, wrong potentially, but I tried for a solid 6 hours, I would guess, trying to come up with my own dragon design, and I'm just not capable of doing something like this. So I blew my attempts up with TNT, and they shall be forgotten and never spoken about again. But this, on the other hand, is just amazing. I cannot believe it's actually in the world now, because this has been fairly long to do. But this design here and all the props for this this dragon, all of the praise should go to a YouTuber whose name is Meg, who has this design and made probably the best tutorial I've ever seen of anything on her channel, which I'm going to leave a link in the description. I would also recommend going and checking out some of her other videos. She's got some, yeah. If you think this is amazing, you should check some of the other stuff out, because it gets better, trust me. But the way she did the tutorial was basically split the dragon up into the body, the wings, and maybe we should start flying around. I don't have much elytra left. Should be okay though. That was close. Split it up into body, tail, and wings, and then did it in layers. So, you know, you'd build like a layer at a time. So you'd build everything in this line here. So I'm really not explaining this too well, but basically it's an incredible tutorial, and it was seriously well put together, and I just can't praise it enough, honestly. It has truly just completed my end vision here and made it just 10 times better. Much more so than whatever I would have done. Look at it, it looks so majestic. So I'm actually going to show you what it looked like before I coated it in obsidian, because it's kind of funny looking. That was kind of difficult to do. Just had to go around replacing all the blocks to obsidian, and it's taken me a while to do this, basically, even though I was just copying the tutorial. Yeah, I've been doing it for a little while, but it is done. The whole end is done, and it's just, I'm so happy it's finished, because I've been doing this for a while. Oh, I forgot about that. We have a dragon egg at the bottom, which is where the portal to get back home is, so that should be pretty self-evident, I would imagine. Hopefully people figure that out. If not, well, you're seeing this video and you know, you go in here. Where there's actually a baby dragon in the process of growing in the egg. So this is a monstrosity. This was the best little dragon I could come up with in, what's that, 5 blocks? Because I've got another fence around here. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted something to go on top of the bedrock here, and I don't know where the other actual dragon egg is, so I thought I'd add a little baby dragon fetus in growth. Anyway, it's kind of weird. Talking of weird stuff, there's actually a way to get into the belly of the beast, which is placed around here, which is certainly not the butthole, I promise. Yeah, I just needed a way to get in that, well, basically I needed a hole to get up here that wouldn't be very obvious, so it's placed near the rear end of the dragon. So let's not talk about that anymore. But in here I've got a shulker box full of building supplies for this. Mainly the concrete powder here, because if we just exit out said butthole, when you look at an enderman, which is probably going to happen a lot here. I'm okay at the moment because I've got my pumpkin on, but I'm sure other people will. And then they start getting aggro at you and chase you. Your natural reflex, or mine at least anyway, other than just run away, like it is with most things, is to get a water bucket and place it around you so that they can't get to you. The issue is there's a lot of concrete powder on the floor, so I've basically just stored that up there, so, you know, if someone does need to place water, which is absolutely fine, then I'll just come around and replace it, or if anyone wants to, you can do it yourself. I don't really mind. Probably won't even be that noticeable, to be honest, but just in case it keeps happening a lot, I don't want to keep having to make the trip back. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to talk about. I'm just kind of amazed this project's actually done. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought it would, truly. Oh, that is another thing. I did end up getting rid of the dirt ring around here and not bothering doing anything with the ends, the edges of the island. That would have just taken ages, and I can't be bothered anymore. It's going to have a bit of a straight edge, but I think it still looks okay. I didn't end up covering the bedrock pieces up on here. I don't know what I would cover them up with, but it's kind of like a little homage to the obsidian pillars that were once here and have been replaced by all this magical goodness. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just really happy with how this whole area looks. Makes a nice change from the usual end, the ugly end that everyone gets, and then, you know, slime blocks get paste for cover for, I don't know, I should have just taken a photo or a screenshot of what this place looked like before and then done a before and after, because I think it would have been kind of cool. But at this point I'm kind of just rambling because I don't really know what else to say. I'm happy it's done, and I'm happy with how it looks, and I hope you guys are too, because I'm really kind of proud of it. And once again, thank you to Meg Ray. Link will be in the description. You have truly helped me complete the end here and made it look a lot better. I mean, really, that's the main focus. All of this is meaningless now. Now we've got this amazing dragon here. But yes, anyway, guys, I'm going to end it here because otherwise I will probably just talk until I lose my voice. So thank you guys ever so much for watching this episode. It really has been fun to do, fun to make. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one where we'll probably do something a bit more relaxing. Bye for now.